making yours sound better.
Hey guys, it's Multiplier here. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use a new plugin called The King. The King, now this is primarily a mastering tool, but as you'll see in this video, you can use it for other things too. It is predominantly an upwards and downwards multiband compressor with some specially tuned EQ curves and of course a limiter. Now the multiband sections are these bits, noting this mix control mixes in this multiband compressed section specifically, not the EQ or limiter. As you can see, there are 5 bands to shape the dynamic. These are your thresholds. These are your makeup gains. This controls how much upwards and downwards compression. This controls attack and release time. And well, yes, you can think it through, thinking about the sliders here as thresholds. The higher the slider, the more upwards but less downwards compression you get, and vice versa. In practice, I like to play with them but go more based on feeling. And equivalently with this magic EQ, 3 different EQ curves, 3 different useful and musically pleasing curves, and finally the limiter, which you can dial in using this output gain. Noting this output gain happens before this limiter, so the more gain, the higher the output gain, the more the limiter will have to do its limiting. Fantastic. Let's dive into some examples. 3 examples: swing baton, electro, and an interesting drum loop. Noting further, by giving these bands a click, you can turn them off and on, allowing you to solo out specific bands. And so now, electro. Fantastic. And finally, a drum loop. One of my favorite loops I've made. The King. Amazing. That rhymes. Up in Multiplier, and I will catch you guys on the flippity flip.
Ho ho ho, cool. Hey, let me turn on the webcam. Hey guys, how are you doing? I hope you're good. So it's nice to see you on YouTube. It's nice to see you on Facebook. As promised, here is this special live stream which will be 2 hours long. Actually, I started very late. It should be I should be streaming for like 20 minutes already. I apologize about that. Hi Lada. Hi. Cool. So this video was like short tutorial made by Multiplier, as you probably recognized, and I played it just to show you the plugin in action. Obviously, I'm doing this live stream to be able to show you how this plugin works, but I'm also going to do some track feedbacks, and if you have any questions, just let me know. I will do my best to check the live stream on Facebook, even though it's pretty tough to I'm not sure how to be able to read the comments on Facebook like real time. What? How can I do that? I can see 2 comments here. Cool. Hey Jared and Attila, amazing from Turkey. That's good. So hi everybody. So about the plugin, let me do a brief info, because this is the first time we are actually, or I'm able to present this to you. So the King, right? It is supposed to be, or the main idea of creating this plugin was to create an ultimate mastering plugin that will combine all of the needed effects that you are usually using, or at least we are usually using on our master channel. And that is why there are included 3 main parts. This part over there is a multi-band dynamics compressor. This part over there is a magic EQ, where are like 3 predefined EQ shapes that you can just introduce to your mix by dragging this magic EQ knob. And the last step here is the limiter. So all of these effects are included in this The King plugin, and even much more actually. Let me show you how it works. So here is a template that you will get together with a bunch of other content in case you will decide to purchase Pumper, and it sounds like this. You got a sound, and now take a closer listen, or listen closely, because I'm going to do the A and B comparison. One more thing, when I click this crown icon, I'm going to bypass the plugin, so the plugin won't be affecting the sound at all. Well, obviously there is a lot of gain at it, so let me just turn it down to plus 6 dB, because that's approximately what this compressor turned down because of the compression. So right now we should be able to hear the same volume before and after. I mean, that is dope, right? That is really cool. Obviously, I really want to have this track as loud as possible, because that's the way I produce music and I like it. So that's about the difference. The plugin will be out 2 days from now at 23rd of November. And hey everybody on YouTube, the view rate is growing, which is great. And it's going to be amazing, really. In case you are just looking for a really powerful multi-band dynamics compressor, because this plugin, it's not necessary to use it only on your master channel. You can do all type of things with that. You can compress your vocals, synths, whatever, bass channels. Just compressor is just super handy, and you should be able to use it really on any type of element, on any element actually. The same as you are doing in Ableton, for example. Hey there guys, how much does it cost? I'm not going to share the price with you just yet. You will have to wait for the release date, which is just 2 days from now. I'm really glad that you like it actually. Thank you. Any questions on Facebook? Let me check. I can see 4 comments here. Hey man. Wow. Hey Lucas. Amazing guys. Thank you so much for watching. So that's the example of template. You know what? Let me do one more thing. I'm going to take off this plugin from the master channel, and I'm going to put the default presets in there. Actually, what you can also do here is that we have prepared for you 20 presets, so you can just browse through them in any DAW. Actually, in FL Studio, Ableton, Logic Pro, whatever you want, because these are like internal presets that are just visible everywhere. Just arrived. What is this? This is our new plugin that will be out in 2 days. So let me quickly, but really quickly, you know, imagine that I have this track right now. Let me turn off the king. I have this track right now. It's fully mixed, prepared, and now I'm going to master it, right? So I'm going to just loop this main part of the drop. I'm going to turn on the pumper and do some tweaks here. Check this out. By turning off these bands, I can actually hear the exact bang I'm affecting right now. I like to increase this time knob, which is connected with attack and release, to leave more or to have more punch in the mix. And yeah, I also, you know, in case of mastering, you really should want to turn on this limiter. You know, the thing is that even the default preset sounds amazing already, so you really won't have to do that many tweaks, because the way that we set the compression of individual bands in the default preset, which means that you have just turned this mix to 100%. This is like a dry wet controller of the multi-band compressor. The default preset already is doing its job, so you really have to, just in case you want to balance some frequencies or whatever, you won't have to do that many tweaks. So this sounds good already. I'm going to introduce a bit of this magic EQ to just make sure that all of the muddy frequencies will be cut off. Boom, and it's done, ladies and gentlemen. When you will hear when you will listen to the breakdown, you will hear that the mix is not like super overboosted. It really like works great on drops, but it still the track still has enough of space in the quieter parts, such as breakdowns or intros, you know, build-ups, whatever. you can hear that the difference between the build up and drop is still there, so the track doesn't lose the power of the drop, which means that the dynamics of the track are still there, which is a super important thing in case of, you know, multi-band compressor used for mastering. So here are some questions. OTT on steroids. Yeah, that's kind of like OTT, but way better, because obviously you have 5 bands. You can you can turn them off to hear the difference or to hear the individual bands, and you can also tweak all of these knobs there that are actually affecting what they should affect in case of this time knob or whatever. And the fact that we have included also other 2 plugins or effects is just a plus. The price again, guys, we are going to share this with you on the release day or during the release date, which is 2 days from now, which is 23rd of November. Is there a free trial version? Yeah, not yet, but we are going to release a trial version which will be exactly the same as this one, but you will be getting these white noise glitches from time to time. So in case you will like how it sounds on your mixes, after you will try the trial version, you will be able to buy the full version. So the trial version will be absolutely for free. Hell, you'll let everyone know the price soon. Okay, and news here. Track is so awesome. The track is awesome. That's great that you like it, because you are going to get this FLP together with, let me check this, and this is super secret thing that I'm going to share with you right now. I'm going to the sounds, and check this out, guys. You will get this file full of sounds together with the King plugin as a bonus. And now let me show you this. It's in Czech language, but I'm going to translate it. This is like properties, and do you see this number over there? It's 9.13 gigabytes of content, dudes. This is 9.13 gigabytes of content. This means 1,201 files that you will get actually as a bonus content to the plugin. Here is what all is inside: drum loops, drums, midis, fills, effect sounds, melody loops, presets for Serum, Spire, Silent One, ultimate presets for Serum. And check this out: templates, Ableton and for FL Studio. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 FL Studio templates, and there are 5 Ableton templates, all provided as construction kits, as well as obviously templates with presets, midis, everything. So guys, you will be able to download this whole package. You will be able to train your skills on this package to see the King plugin in action, because all of these templates were created using the King plugin, right? So you will be able to get all of this together with the plugin. But that's not it. Take a look at this. Here is the videos section, and check this out. Properties, 13.2 gigabytes of video content, and this is the other half of the whole bonus pack that you will get together with the King. And that's just right, because in this file with in this folder with the video content, it's divided into audio courses and tutorials. I'm not going to share more with you right now, sorry about it, but I'm going to tell you that inside is a video content in a total length of 180 minutes, which is 3 hours of video content, where we describe how to use the King, where to use it, how it sounds on, in which situations, in what situations you should use it to get the maximum power out of it, or just everything. I'm just thinking of what all is included, because there are just too much of it. So yeah, that's about the gigabytes Play feedback track, bro. Okay. Not that interesting for you. But anyway, I think that's really a huge deal. There's like 20 gigabytes of bonus content. Tell me who else is going to give you such huge pack, right? Cool. The wife can get this for Christmas. Use Pumper a lot. That's good. Does it have a limiter on the output? Yeah, it does. The limiter is right here. It's the very last step. So it's even after the output gain controller. So you can really like boost up the output gain, and the limiter will catch the peaks, all of the peaks. So that's about this project. And one more thing. One more thing. Here are some more examples, but I'm going to share these with you later. What I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to try to check some Facebook comments, because I just don't know how to do that. It really pisses me off. So here, yeah, cool. Here are some comments. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, it will be out in 2 days. Really, it looks similar to Maximus. What's the difference? Wait, the Maximus is something completely different. I mean, we did this plugin for you to be able to easily create your, or sorry, master your tracks, or just to compress whatever you want. So as you can see, there are not that many knobs actually that you can tweak or turn, thresholds, whatever, you know, attacks, I mean, shapes and knees, and you know, you can do just tons of stuff with Maximus, which is not a good thing always, because a lot of young producers are over creating things and the result after using Maximus just doesn't sound good at all. So this plugin just guarantees you that it will sound great on your master channel, because we produce it, or we created it just, you know, the way we need it to be, and just the way so it will be really like easy to use, super user friendly, and effective plugin at once. That's the biggest difference between Maximus and the King. Hey man, amazing. Okay, cool. Keeping this simplistic approach. Cool, yeah, we are doing just that. Yazan, you will be able to play it later when I will finish the live stream. Okay, so what the fuck does Maximus have to do with this? Yeah, exactly. I like the extras. The FLP is a nice touch. Can't see the whole plugin. Facecam is on the way. What, like my facecam? I mean, it's very on a different position. Oh, maybe just like that. Sorry about it. So I'm going to give you some track feedbacks, because you are obviously interested in that a lot, but Discord is giving me kind of errors. The web is not accessible. I mean, is Discord working for you guys right now? Because it's not working for me. Let me check. No, check this out. I'm getting this error message. I mean, discordapp.com. Nope. So I will keep trying. I love Pumper already. I'm glad you like Pumper. This is going to be, I mean, it's a different plugin obviously. Pumper is a saturation stereo imager, just a simple compressor. But this is just a nice. This is just a big friend of the Pumper. So like two bros. In case you will be using the Pumper and the King on your mixes, you will become huge. Or I mean, your sound will become huge. For the people saying it's different from Maximus, probably they don't know how to use Maximus from the first place. Okay, James. Yeah, probably we don't know how to use Maximus. So, how is the Discord? Any news? No, still not working for me. Roman, go from top to bottom. I would love to. Discord works for you? Yeah, no complicated controls. That's correct. Discord isn't working for me either. Okay, thank you. Why didn't I get Discord app? I don't know. I was always using the browser kind of thing. I will give it a try. Let me try private mode. Maybe it has some issue with my IP or something. So I'm going to try it right here. You know, I have this second screen. No, it's really not working. I don't know. I'll have to probably wait for a while to be able to. No, it's not working for me. Maybe, you know, they just don't like Czech Republic. Works here. Both works for me. That's interesting. Discord app. Let me check. Downloads, maybe. I am simply not able to access it. Sorry. I'm using app and web. Can we send to email? Yeah. You know what? Let's do it. How we could do this? Let me check. You know what you can do? You can go to our Facebook page, or I don't want the Facebook page to be overloaded with things. It's tough. It's tough. Let me give you, you know, just give me a few more minutes. Maybe the Discord app will start working again, because I'm not the only one who's not able to access it, right? Hey, hello, Tony. Nice to hear you. Let me show you some more examples meanwhile, because I'm not able to load the Discord app. We will wait a bit, okay? You know what you can maybe do? That could work. That could work. You can paste the track links under the, yeah, Jacob, thank you. I don't know, it's not working for me. You can paste the track links under the Facebook live stream, because I can see the comments in there. Yeah, James, thank you very much. Still cool plugin and very easy to use. Okay, thank you. There is a question, is that compressor? It's a multi-band compressor, equalizer and limiter all packed in one. Nice, powerful plugin. Some random mixing tips. I don't know. You'll be able to see how we mix this track when you will purchase the pack, so you will get all of these FLPs. This Discord is loading. Still loading. This looks promising, guys. So meanwhile, a few more examples of how the King works on this deep house track. It's a like Brazilian bass kind of track. Dope, right? Here is another example. It loaded already, Discord, so this means that I'll be able to give you some feedback soon, but it's super slow at the moment. A few more examples meanwhile. You know, these are the Ableton templates, so I will probably just show you these templates rather than the FL Studio ones. That's a big difference, right? And another one. This one is nice. I mean, check the Foley sounds. I mean, these little glass type of sounds or whatever, broken glass. So this is the power of the King. In case you are looking for really dope multi-band compressor, you definitely should not miss that. I'm going to download for Windows the app, the Discord app. Maybe it's going to work better for me because actually it's still loading. So any questions? Price for the King? We are going to reveal the price in 2 days when the plugin will be out. Discord servers stalled. What? Stole it? What? Are you using interface or just CPU? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Sorry, I may be a bit confused. How to mastering? That's a very good question, and the answer is the King. It will do the job for you because it takes it depends on the plugins you are using. It definitely takes some skills, and you should have your ears trained. But in case you will decide to use this game-changing plugin, it will save you tons of money and tons of time and tons of troubles because you will be able to get an instant result that will sound just great. So that's about the how to mastering. Hello. Okay, please answer me. Okay, good. Try refreshing. Oh, wait a second. No, it's white. I will try refreshing. Okay. King with isotope is good. Well, these are isotope ozone versus King. I'm going to tell you more about this later. Can you show the loudness the King gives to the track with the metro maybe? If you have it, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to actually load this T-Rex something. What's that? Schmetterling, yeah, Schmetterling. So this is the loudness of the King. Now you can really boost the output gain. It's up to your reels and up to what kind of sound you want to achieve using the King. Maybe try and restart Discord completely via Task Manager. Well, I have it opened in my web browser, so I don't have the app. I wasn't able to. Oh, I'm downloading the Discord app at the moment, and I got it, guys. It's working right now. Cool. Feedback for feedback. That's not it. Where is it? What's the name of the? I'm terrible. I don't know where the track links are. Feedback. Yeah. Okay. feedback live streams. I got it. It's all gonna work now. Maybe try. Okay. The sound are very good. So clean. Output volume on King. It's nice. Check from the start. Free version for the King. Yeah, there will be a free version of the King, trial version, which will be fully functional, but you will be getting only some white noise glitches. How it sounds together. There are some more questions. Who made this plugin? We did it. WA Production. Yeah, for developer. My friend Honza Khaber is watching. That's good. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, dude. Here is the link. So, what do you think, brother? A better headroom for mastering? Well, let's discuss this later. What studio monitors do you use? I'm using these Kirks. I'm not sure about the exact version of these, but they work just great. You know, I really do prefer these studio monitors. Some more things on YouTube. Go from all the way top to the bottom, Roman. Where can I send you track? White noise glitches, or I don't know, white noise glitches. These are the that you will be getting when you will be using the trial version, but you know, you'll be able to use all of these presets and all of the functions that the King includes. Nice work from WA Production. Thank you so much. So here are some tracks. Here is the first one. Here is oops, sorry. Here's another one, and another one, and another one. Lade, thank you so much for taking care of the posting. You're really a great admin. So I have these tracks here. I'm glad that the Discord app is working already. So it's 8 p.m, which is just half of the stream, so I'm going to give you some track feedbacks. Meanwhile, you can ask whatever you want about the plugin. I will answer it later. I still owe you the answer for the difference between the King and Isotope Ozone, because that's a very interesting thing. So I'm going to share this with you after these track feedbacks. Here is a Trick or Treat track by Erebus. Cool. This sounds very interesting. I like the way that you are treating the sound, because you know it has a good vibe inside. the melody or the loop, like the melody loop you picked for the drop, isn't that catchy. So I would maybe recommend you, not, I don't know if for this production or for a future one, just to create kind of catchier or more catchy loop, so the, you know, it will be more interesting for the listener to listen to the sound. Also, the breakdowns are a bit simple. Maybe it would be great to add like a cinematic type of effects inside. I don't know, some like growly bass, or, you know, huge percussion drums, or maybe some effect sounds, whatever, you know, to make the atmosphere more dark, because it should be like an Halloween or whatever track, right? But I really, you know, give you props for the, oh my god! Maybe the kick could be a bit more subby, but that's just, you know, up to your ears. So Indian KSH, Chanakya original mix. Nice to see you, bro. It's my cat over there. You see her? That's fun. Yeah, it's Rosemary. She was just sleeping the whole day, so she's a bit active right now. Yeah, the breakdown piano or the other synth is off the key, that's for sure. I was listening more to the drop, which sounds very interesting. As what's his name? Aloysia mentioned, the track is a bit chaotic, which is true. But on the other hand, you are really like trying to create a special vibe, or I know your production, you are doing this Kashmir type of things, right? Combining ethnic elements with electronic music, which is great. And this is nearly there, but you should definitely have to mix the elements a bit better, so they won't be fighting, you know, one with the other. So I mean, like clean some of these frequencies, so they really like won't be sounding together. Play more with the sidechain. What else? Maybe do a bit simpler bass line, because there are just too many notes playing in a short amount of time at the moment. And definitely, you know, just play with the mixing, so the sound will be more clean, not that like over bassed. What's the name of the new plugin? It's called The King. Here are for the newcomers. It looks like this. Shakalaka dan dan dan. It will be out in 2 days. I'm going to tell you more about it a bit later. So that's about it in the KSH. Here's Luga X. Luga X. I don't know. Whatever. There For You by Martin Garrix and Troye Sivan. And this is a remix. I woke up pissed off today, and lately I hear you whisper I love you, but you gotta be there for me tonight. This sounds good. This track would use the King plugin just so much, you know. It needs the King plugin on it because it sounds great, but it misses the final touch, you know, the edgy type of sound, the final sparkle. Really, that would like clean up the high frequencies, so it will sound like this. Maybe this is not the best example, but you know, this is like a full sound. This is like a great sound, but not top notch. But anyway, the bass line and the melody and even the whole project you created here sounds amazing. I love it. I love it. This future bounce kind of drop, where you have still the same kind of lead as Martin Garrix is using in breakdown. That's amazing. So the track is great. The only thing I would advise you is to master it a bit better, so it really like has this commercial loudness in it and commercial type of sound. And you have to wait for the King to be released, and you will be able to use it after. It would really do a huge change in your mix, believe me. Here is a meat, and the track is called Arcs. Cool. Well, again, you should mix the track a bit different. It could be louder, it could be like better mixed, you know, playing with the frequencies, with the compression, maybe even trying to use a bit fuller bass sound and layers for the lead sound, just to make it more catchy, edgy, top notch. I don't know, there are many words that I could apply. It sounds great. I mean, the idea is good. The bass hits on the first bar or on the first beat, and melody for the drop lead, but it misses like the final touch. But it sounds great, but empty. Yeah, that's the right word, Nikolai. Here's this idea by Full Octave. Lol the King, slap the King on it. I will do that. I will do that because actually Luja, what's this? Luja XI is using Pump Your Sound, which is great, and I do thank you for that, because Pump Your Sound is the best thing ever. I'm going to download this track. Wait a second. I'm signing into my account on my other screen so I can download it. And I hope it's okay, Luja X. Just let me know in YouTube if I can try to put the King on the track. I'm not sure if you are watching me on YouTube or on Facebook. Hey Cat Martin is watching. That's amazing. Hi Cat. Nice to see you here. Thank you for watching. Well, I'm nervous right now because yeah, Cat is a top-notch singer, and yeah, I feel nervous. That's crazy. It's crazy, right? So you are speaking Dutch. That's great. Why not? Okay, I'm going to post a comment here, do track, and I'm going to download it just to show you the King on some other examples, because I really feel like it could work on this track a lot. I mean, it could do a big change. Okay, well, that's a pity, Luigi, because file has expired and does not exist anymore on this server. That's a shame, really. I would love to use this track to be able to put the plugin on it. Well, we cannot do anything at this moment. Never mind. I'm going to open some more tracks here. So you can, one link only, remember, yeah, just follow Lattice words. And here are tracks that I'm going to listen, the next ones. It's going to be Plasmator, the Voyage. It's going to be Jinken Owner. Sorry, I'm so not able to use or to read these complicated names. It's going to be Disappeared. You're killing me. I don't know. It's going to be, is it Major or Major? Major, Ali, or it's John North, actually. Sorry, this is the original track name. Oh, okay, John North is just a super solid name. Yeah, I apologize. But these are crazy. I mean, the names are just, you know, I'm just embarrassed all the time when I'm reading them because I'm just not able to even pronounce some of these. A few quick questions and answers about the plugin. It's right here. Let me check. Yeah, let's stop talking Dutch. It's really up to you. If you want to talk Dutch together, I'm okay with that. But I'm not able to understand you, obviously. Hi, Kat. I'm gonna share my song. You have to go to the Discord app link that is in the description of the Facebook live stream. It's right in the bottom of the info text, and you can share the stream there. Or sorry, you can share your track there. So there was a question about the difference between the King and Isotope Ozone. I haven't used Isotope for a while because you know, Isotope is just like, you know, the best of the best mastering plugins, but it's also the same as I mentioned with Maximus. You can overcreate things there just so easily. Even the presets that they included, they usually did not work for me, and I heard so many tracks during these live feedbacks which were just so over compressed and over, I don't know, saturated, whatever, and most of these weird noises were made by Isotope Ozone because, you know, it's just so easy to tweak this multiband compressor that they have, or just add a lot of saturation or expansion or whatever, because you know, it's kind of complicated to use this plugin properly. And when you are not like a skilled sound designer, when you really like to want to have a solid sound, and you don't want to spend hours and hours on achieving it, and in the end you will realize that it just sounds better with I don't know, sound goodizer on your master channel than with the super complicated chain and all of the tweaks that you did with Isotope Ozone. It really doesn't worth the invested time for me to use even the Isotope Ozone, because I never was happy with the results that this plugin brought to me. Even though it's really like super notch, it has just the most amazing algorithms and effects and whatever that are out there, but it just didn't work for me at any time. So that is why I tend to usually just load my own little mastering chain on my master channel. And with this plugin, I'm able to skip all of these steps and just use the plugin itself, just one plugin that includes the multiband compressor, equalizer, and limiter. These are the three main plugins that I was using all the time on my master channel, and you can use them in a super easy way and get a super sonic results, because that's how the plugin was built actually. So that's the biggest difference between the Isotope Ozone and the King. At the beginning of the stream, I mastered the track in like, I don't know, 30 seconds, and the result is great. I mean, take a listen. You know, the same I did with these tracks. This is, by the way, one of the other FL Studio templates that you will get together with the King. This is just an amazing tool, like a pocket tool that you can put on your master channel and get the instant result, because that's the way I like plugins to work. You know, the same with Pumper. You just turn off the saturation knob and you immediately get the most, you know, powerful sound ever from your drop leads. And that's the same thing as, you know, with this plugin. You just paste it on the master channel, tweak some thresholds over there. If you want to be more precise, you can play with the time, with the downward upward compression. You can even create some like weird noises with it. If you want, you can affect it. You can paste it on your vocal, turn off this low frequency, this low band, which will immediately cut off these low frequencies that you don't need. So this will just, you know, save you time using equalizer. It's just, you know, user-friendly thing. That's the way we are creating plugins, actually. Why all uses FL Studio? I don't know. Well, not all of these guys are using FL Studio. There are just so many of Ableton and Logic Pro. And yeah, you know, in my case, FL Studio is just so easy to work with. I'm using it for it's like 10 years already. I'm using it for 10 years, and the community that is around FL Studio is so amazing. I mean, all of these bedroom producers, and I just love to share the FL Studio templates with them, whatever, you know. I just feel good around these people, to be around these people, or to be a part of this community. And obviously the whole DAW is just working perfectly for me. They are releasing updates all the time, and I mean, great updates with the really nice user-friendly interface. And you can do just everything you need to do here. I mean, it's not like a program to be able to record a whole symphonic orchestral or something, but in case you are creating a track like this, you know, in case you want your tracks to be released on a label, in case you are an EDM bedroom producer, I believe that the FL Studio is one of the best things that can happen to you. Ableton is great, Logic Pro is great, whatever, Cubase, I don't know, but you know, FL Studio is just what I prefer the most. Yeah, I'm going to do more feedbacks, don't worry. Does the King have an imager to say make? No, it doesn't have imager. It's not taking care of the stereo image of your track. That should be maybe done during the mastering part. Every time they do live streams, they only check like 10 tracks. Well, this live stream is not mainly about track feedbacks. I'm sorry about it. You know, Nick was doing the track feedbacks live stream at Sunday 2 days back. This is the King special. I really wanted to share this with you. I will do the live streams in a minute, but I have to check all of the questions here and answer them, because that's most important for me, to let you know about everything. What was your master channel plugins before the King? I will tell you that. It was OTT, it was FabFilter Pro Q2, and it was FabFilter Pro L, you know, the equalizer and the limiter. And the King is doing job for all of these expensive plugins, or not the OTT, it's a freeware, but it's doing its own way, and even like better, you know. You won't have to tweak all of these things all the time to load 3 of these plugins and try to make them to work together. You will have everything on one place with a really better interface and this kind of things. Sounds really useful. That's correct. I always put 3 sound goodizers on the master. That's a super. That's a proper mastering chain. Is the King light on the CPU? Yeah, it's super light on CPU. I forgot to mention that I have like 6 Kings loaded here, or maybe more, and it's just, you know, not doing anything to the CPU, so it's really super CPU friendly. How long are you giving feedbacks for? 2 hours today, so it's 40 minutes remain. Okay, so enough of talking for now. Here is the Plasmator, the Voyage. Yeah, these are really dope resampled basses. I like that. Maybe there were some parts in the first drop where I heard too much of reverb applied on some of these basses. So I would make sure to not put that much of reverb. Did I say reverb before? I believe I did. On many of these basses. And also what I miss a bit is a proper punchy drum loop, mainly the kick, because I feel like the kick is hidden somewhere, you know, behind all of these basses and stuff. I'm not like a drum and bass dude, so maybe I just don't understand how the track should sound. But you know, these are just my thoughts as a regular listener. Yeah, listener. And it sounds great, this kind of ambient drum and bass production. I like it. Maybe it can be like more glued together, more like EDM style of mixing, but in case this is your type of sound, just stay with it. It's really up to you, I guess. Here is a question about price for the King. We are going to share the price with you during the release date, which is 23rd of November, 2 days from now. The price is not out there yet.
It would happen to me, could this be true? Could I be ready? Yeah, when I'm with you, with you, with you, I'm better off with you, with you, with you. When I'm with you, with you, with you, I'm better off with you, with you, with you.
Okay, cool. So the first part of the drop was really great. The vocal together with bassline, kind of Calvin Harris kind of style song. you really did a great job here. Maybe I would use some more fake sounds in there, but these vocal glitches are just not good in my opinion. The low ones, the detuned ones. Try to use just the regular tune of the vocal and just cut it, maybe in a loop or something. Maybe, or use a autotune. I don't know, pitcher maybe, or something like that. I believe, you know, it doesn't sound good to me.
It's not something I choose. Yeah, when I'm with you.
But the vibe is really good. I mean, the atmosphere of the track. Disappeared preview. Sounds great. The sound design is good. I mean, the mixing, mastering kind of stuff. But I'm not sure about these piano hits in the second part of the drop. And I would also suggest you to make the bass line more. Let me think. How shall I say that? To bassline more follow the lead melody, because right now, you know, there is this lead melody and the bassline, which are doing both way different ways, and it sounds weird to me as to the listener, because, you know, these are not working together. They are just playing, you know, different things, both of them. I mean, the lead melody is doing one thing, the bass melody is doing the other thing, and I'm not sure, you know, where is the point of the drop and what I shall concentrate on. I'm not sure if maybe some of these bass notes are off key. You know, just double check if everything is in key. Yeah, maybe they are off key. And how about the build-up? Cool. I like the way, you know, you produce the track. I mean, the clean sound, it's punchy, the kick is there, but, you know, be sure to take a look at the melody, at the bass line, so it works better together and it's like really more catchy, so the listener will be interested in actually hearing it, listening to it. Okay, here is this remix by Joe Norton. Joe Norton. Hybrid trap.
I'ma tell the waitress that my baby need a bottle. Order what you want, said it ain't no problem. Got a piece of candy in the south for you.
I had that bird in there and it was crazy. Dope, but the mixing part should be way better. The drop should be way fatter and bigger and more powerful. I mean, take a listen to this track. I mean, it's a different tune obviously, but I mean the sound design. You know, the bass is not really there, the lead synth is not really there. The thing that is really there is the snare, but that's the only thing. I mean, some of these percussion hits are also loud and clear, but the rest is hidden somewhere in the background. So I would suggest you to make these sounds more obvious, more louder, more harder, harsher, distorted, I don't know, whatever, so it really like sounds full and energetic. You are welcome, Alex. Here was a question on YouTube from CIA. Yeah. What's your thoughts on starting up music producing? Is it better to try remixing first or creating your own songs? Well, I didn't do it this way, but I believe that it is better to start creating remixes, or even better, and that's actually a super easy way to get a lot of downloads and plays, is to create bootlegs or mashups, or this kind of things. Like you will take Despacito and you will mix it with, I don't know, not Animals, but whatever, Skrillex, a track from Skrillex or whatever, and create these combinations that will be producers able to play on or during their live sets. But be really careful about copyright, because SoundCloud will take all of these like super famous or the copyrighted tracks down. The same with YouTube. So really be sure to double check if the track is copyright protected, which most of them are, but some of them are not. So use only those that are copyright free, so you can actually, or at least you would be able to share them on your socials in case you will remake them somehow. And that's a very easy way to get your name out there, actually. And that's the same thing as with remixes. If you are a good music producer and you will create a solid remix of a track, you could really get a lot of I don't know, plays, views, whatever. Just you will get a track out there, and it is really easier to get some exposure for a remix in case it is good, because it's connected with the name of the famous producer, singer, whoever that are users looking for on YouTube, on SoundCloud, Google, and your track can be one of the results of the search engine. So creating remixes, bootlegs, all of this work, I think it's easier than creating your own tracks, because when you are beginning, no one knows you. You have like 0 followers everywhere, and it's hard to get your name out there just creating your own original stuff. Even though it is like a proper way, it's still harder. Oh, okay. Who produced this track? Okay, anyone on Discord wanna friend me and help me with compression? I'm going to help you with compression. The King is going to help you with compression. Because yeah, for the newcomers, I was already speaking about the King, but for those that are really new to this stream, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to share with you one more time what all is included in the, imagine this plugin will be out in 2 days. This amazing mastering plugin will be out in 2 days, and you will buy it, and suddenly there will be like 21 gigabytes of a bonus content that will be available for the download as well, together with the plugin. And that's exactly what will happen in case you will decide to buy the King, because we have decided to include, check this out, 13.2 gigabytes of audio courses and tutorials of video content, which is 180 minutes, which is 3 hours of video content describing, oh, my phone is ringing, cool, describing the whole mixing mastering process, describing how the King works, in what situations it works the best, how you could use it, why you should use it, and just all kind of stuff. So that's about the 12 gigabytes. And now check this out. This is a folder called sounds, and there are 9.13 gigabytes of sounds, which is 1201 files, and it's all It's all divided into multiple folders, including templates for Ableton and FL Studio, including presets for Silent One, Serum Spire, including drums, melodies, midis, FX samples, fills. Simply whatever you will need, you will get it. You will get it as bonus content for the King, which is this plugin. And that's a huge deal, because as you probably know, this Friday is going to be Black Friday, which is just, you know, discounts everywhere. So to celebrate it our own way, we have decided to release this plugin that we have been working on for ages, for the past year, and we have decided to include all of this together with the pack. I have a hard time knowing where to set threshold and ratio. Yeah, I can send you some tutorials if you want. Roman, where you will be streaming on a regular basis as you are doing earlier, making a track live and feedback stuff. I'm not sure about that. Sorry, I really don't know. You know, it's hard to find time to do some proper regular streams. That is why Nick is doing them instead of me. Jose is asking, is King different than Pumper? Yeah, absolutely. Pumper is not meant to be a mastering channel on the first place. It is a saturator, stereo imager, but it's supposed to be used on individual elements. I mean, the same with the King, but the King is also able to glue everything together and to really like make a rich sound of the whole track, to just, you know, it combines all of these effects that you should use on your master channel. And obviously Pumper is a saturator, stereo imager, compressor. The King is multi-band dynamics, compressor, equalizer, and limiter. So these are very different effects. How much more are you doing stream? 30 minutes. Yeah, the stream is ending at 9 p.m, which is 24 minutes from now. Okay. Are you gonna keep doing feedbacks? Yeah, I'm doing feedbacks right now. Oh, here is Kat asking about something. Let me check. Kat Martin, I have a question. My sub bass sounds great on every note except in my chord progression. It sounds bad in the lowest note. I've tried boosting this low frequency, but is more compression the answer? I believe, you know, why I love it is that I believe it happened to me a lot of times before. I don't want to say something that is not true, but in my opinion, what happened to me is that when I hit really like low frequencies, my speakers wasn't able to play them for you, or even my ears wasn't able to, you know, hear these low frequencies. That is why it sounds like lower, you know. I wasn't able to hear this really sub frequencies. And what I did here, when the bass hit the line under which it isn't sound full, is that I just put this note 1 octave up, so it still is in the spectrum where the bass sounds good still, and it doesn't sound like that high, because the 1 octave is not that big difference. So you might try to, when some kind of bass sounds just not that fat or not that loud, when you are really in some low positions, try to go 1 octave higher, and that could do the job for you. I don't think that the compression or boosting the low frequencies will fix that, because, you know, you're just too low for the speakers to handle it, for your ears to handle it, for your headphones to handle it. That's what I think happened there. I'm not compressing bass sounds that much. That's the other thing. When you are using a sub bass or something. Yeah, so that's about it, Kat. I hope this helps. So higher note, layer distortion, many options. Okay, here are some other ideas from Elysia. Higher note, as I mentioned, layer, that's a good thing. Distortion might be, many options. Okay, so here is a track called Ow! This is that was a weird noise. I just listened to this one, so here are some other ones. This one is by Ilguti. Here's other one. Here is one more track. And here is the fourth one. Shagaboom. Okay, so let's start with this Ilguti Money.
Money don't make money. Build a house on the lake money. 3 girls in the backseat. I ain't bringing no date money. New coupe on skates money. Blues clues, I chase money. Never hit a lick, but I'm still rich. Throw it off in that safe money. Had the dough so viciously like a eviction. This is me from enemies specifically, cause I don't give them no sympathy. This is me. This one is for anybody who's
dope. So there are some comments already. I also think that the 808 is off key, maybe. I like the way that this guy raps and the breakdown. Maybe there's just too much of reverb on the vocal.
in the backseat. I ain't bringing no date money. New coupe on skates money. Blues clues, I chase money. Never hit a lick.
But it sounds great. It sounds really like aggressive. That's good. About the drop, you might try to look for some cooler sounds. I mean, you know, it's not that catchy. It's the sound design is good. The idea is also great. I mean, you know, breakdowns with vocals, drops, whatever. Sounds great, but you should really try to yeah, get things in key. That's the first thing. And do some badass, you know, drop synths with a cool melody and some fills to make it more interesting. But it sounds great. You know, these are just some ideas.
I'm still rich. Throw it off in that safe.
But you know, this lead sound is really not that aggressive as I would expect when I were listening to the breakdown. So yeah, that's about it. 808 is not off, but when you put it lower, it will sound bad. I'm not sure what do you mean by that, to be honest. 808 very loud. Yeah, here's the description. I made this future bass track at 128 BPM, and I don't know it is right or wrong. This track starts with my favorite Indian instruments, and there was no intention or making it future, but for me it's great. I like the way, or I like the fact that you used an acoustic instrument in there, but it sounds the same all the time. You know, there is the same melody playing in the drop, the same melody playing in the breakdown, the same melody playing in the second drop. So it really isn't that interesting for the listener to listen to the whole track. And the sounds that you picked are also not that exclusive, you know, or not that special. They are, in my opinion, they are a bit common. Also, like this, you know, chords in the sides in the background should be more, I guess, LFO'd or something, maybe to automate the volume automation, so it creates like this type of weird, how can I put it? You know, try to be more playful, or try to bring more ideas to the whole chord progression or to the whole drop, because sounds a bit basic to me. There are not that many ideas included, like a special that would make this track more exclusive or something. And also the mixing and mastering, it could be done a bit better. It could be a bit more louder. Maybe there is, yeah, the bass, you know, the bass, there is just a simple bass line with a sidechain on it, or maybe an offbeat bass. So just, you know, glue the things more together. Try to listen to some other tracks that you like and try to take the best out of them and apply this to your production. Here is 1TC, Robin Schulz, Prayer in C. Cool. Well, this drop is exactly the thing that I was speaking about earlier, because in my opinion it's just so not so, but it's over compressed, because, you know, it's everything is just squashed and then turned back to the, you know, I don't know, 0 dB line or to the maximum volume amount possible, and it sounds just over compressed. And also it's a good thing to do this kind of remixes, but you should definitely go for some better instruments. It's nice that you used pianos and you use this kind of string. Maybe it's a synth or something, but the lead melody is really hidden in the background behind the bass, which shouldn't be the major thing or the major element in this case. And you really should add some reverb on these, like for example on the piano or on this lead synth or instrument. I'm not even able to recognize it because it's really hidden somewhere. And it sounds also a bit like chaotic to me. So just, you know, try to make the track more soft, not that super squashed. Try to leave more space for the elements, for the sound, so it really, the listener would be able, or at least I would be able to recognize the individual parts, the individual layers of the track, and that would change the overall look of the track, I guess. Or if this track is already released, just, you know, take these ideas and apply it for your future productions, or on your future productions if you want. But it's a great idea. The bass line is dope, but, you know, try to work on these things, And here is audio trackers and Laidback Luke. Oh, it's not Laidback Look, it's laid back music. You always confuse me. Sorry. Hey. Cool, I got this idea, or I understand the idea of the track, sorry. It misses FX samples, that's for sure. You should definitely include some impacts, risers, white noise, whatever, even some FX fills, or just to make it more full of ideas. I feel like the LFO is really quick and long, like these quick parts are, or maybe longer than they should be. And also you should use a different kick sampler, in my opinion. Use a harder sidechain, mainly where the kick hits, not for the snare. And maybe some more layers for the drop, for the drop lead, or for the lead synth. Because this sound is like not that unique. I don't mean like the really lead synth, I mean the chord synths. Yeah, but it's a work in progress, so this is a good way, but yeah, just try to do some of these things at least. Full octave, cool. Here is a full octave track. Here is DJ Alec, and here is Decline. Boom. Any news on Facebook? You know, guys, I really appreciate that you are watching this live stream. It's amazing. I really hope that you will like this plugin when it will be out, because we put so much effort to the plugin and to the whole, you know, bonus content and everything that we included. We will be releasing a video tomorrow describing a bit more the plugin a bit more and the overall release, so you should really keep an eye on our Facebook channel, because you will love that for sure. If you have even included a Spanish overview by Eric Kaufman, I guess you know this guy, of the plugin, so in case some of you are speaking Spanish, you will have your own tutorial included in the package that will come out together with the plugin. And that's cool, right? What's that? Okay, I have to switch this off. Okay, so full octave, that's live, free download.
Sometimes I say that I want you back, but I don't know if I do. Sometimes I think about the good days we had, but there were bad days too. And I know love is like the phase
I like the vocal, I like the idea of this track. The drop could be a bit different in my opinion, or at least I would do it a bit differently, because I feel like the lead synth and the whole structure of the drop could be like more full catchy, innovative, I guess, a bit different sounds. But guys, all of these things that I am speaking about, you know, these are just my personal opinions of the track. So in case you like it this way, just keep it this way. Yeah, the mixing can be done better because the bass is just not that good. I guess it can be even layered, maybe a bit like compressed, maybe sorry, you could compress the mid-low frequencies in there just so it's more punchy and it leaves more space, or mainly the mid frequencies, the mid band. It leaves more space for the other elements of the drop, for the other layers, mainly for the synths, and maybe add some delay reverb on the lead synth, and try to add some, or change the presets, or try to add some better presets, or maybe even an acoustic instruments using Contact 5 or whatever. There are multiple of these library type of plugins. The melody is great and the vocal again is also good. I mean, I like the feeling of the track, but it can be done a bit better in my opinion. I like beats. Happy trap beat. Well, this is fun. Classical, country, dance, dancehall, deep house, disco, dubstep, electronic, folk, hip hop, rap, indie, jazz, blues, Latin, metal, even metal, dude. I mean, come on. Yeah, it's nice, kind of winter trap beat, but it's just super simple. It's super simple. If you are creating beats, it's good, but it's not even like powerful, you know. I'll just compare it with a randoms. I don't know which one. These are just super strong. So I don't know. Let's say this one. Just the sound design thing. It's really soft. Sorry, I hit the microphone. It's really soft. So you should take a look at the mixing mastering part. Try to add some more fills, ideas, layers for the drop lead, fix sounds, play more with the sub bass, use some chord fills, add vocal glitches, change the melody from time to time, maybe even like have the main like melody loop and you know, change it from time to time just to make it more special for the listener. There are a lot of things. Maybe even get some better drum samples, you know, even percussion, top loops, drums, kicks, snares, and apply them to the track just to have this top-notch kind of sound, you know, the one that users, rappers, singers are really looking for right now, or at least at these days. Here is this track called Rock This Place by these three guys. I hope it's okay if I download this track It sounds really great. I mean, this is a great last track of the stream actually. I will do just one quick thing here. I'm going to put it, I hope you won't get mad. I'm sorry if you won't like me to do it, but I'm not sure if you are even watching the stream. 8A Bay. Yeah, it is my new apartment. I have my home little studio here. It sounds great. Let me just do the thing. Let me I have to set this to non-detached. I will try to use the king on it, you know, just to try if there will be any difference. Oh, thank you. Sure you can. Thank you. I'm really curious if I'll be able to get more of this track. You know, it's great to see these. It's a really dope track. Nothing has to be changed in the drop. It's revealed style kind of stuff. So it's great. It has been played by Jax and Vega. A lot of great feedback. That's amazing. So let me just try to. You know, the volume is lower because the compressor hits, and it decreases the volume because it compresses the sound, obviously. So let me increase it back. I like to have these low frequencies to be really fat, subby. It's a really dope tune. This is funny. You could really squash the track if you want. I didn't make that big difference, but it sounds different, which is great. I mean, it's more glued together, but the mixing is good of the tune. I was expecting to get a different sound, but since this track is already like processed, it's not able to do that much things to it. Cool, it's fun. Never mind. This is a great track, Decline. I really like it, and this was a great stream. It's past 9 p.m. already, so as I promised, keep an eye on our Facebook channel tomorrow because there will be more videos coming out, and keep an eye on everything connected with WA Production because this plugin is going to be out in 2 days. And it's going to be really cool. Yeah, and there will be one more. I have the map here. There will be one more live stream that I will be doing 2 hours long with all of this. I mean, track feedbacks, questions and answers, whatever. And yeah, and it will be the 23rd, I guess. I will be doing just one more live stream. So there will be a lot of track feedbacks in the next few days, because after that there will be again Nick streaming at Sunday, so a lot of live streams is coming soon. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of the day. See You.